And so I think it's that plethora of people, and in a creative space where you have a partnership or someone, you don't want to work with someone that does exactly what you do, because you kind of both want to be prodding and pushing each other into these spaces to get to the best place. But that innate trust that you've either experienced, like for me with Jason, we'd worked together maybe 10 years ago, and he was really junior, and I brought him into a show where we had to book stand-up comics for a certain segment of the show every week. And, his job was to go out, he'd go and see gigs constantly around London, around, wherever, and then sort of come back to me and say, I think this person's got a great 20 minutes, this person's ready, this person isn't ready. And at that point, he might say, right, why don't you come along and see these three? I think they're going to be great. And, I'd go along, I'd started to realize he was making great choices. And I remember there was a day, down the line where I sort of managed to sum up exactly what it was that then I think set in motion our working relationship, which was, I said, I don't need to worry about that slot, because I know Jason is worrying more than me about it. And I would feel that, like, I knew I didn't need to be as kind of passionate and granular and have all that creative authorship and commitment to it, because I had absolute faith that he had that and more so. And I was attracted to that. You're attracted to that thing that you see, even if it's not exactly like you just sense that thought process, that care, that commitment, that passion is there. And that's, if that could be for something that you have no interest in, but you spot it and you go, God, I really want that person. I need that person. Like, together, they're going to see that in me. And if we see it in each other, a shorthand over time occurs where you can be in meetings with clients or with producers, and you're disagreeing in the meeting with respect with each other. You're not like sat there as some company hierarchy listening to someone asking if you'll give them money. You're having a process, a real interesting collaborative back and forward where you're building on each other, you're siding with the producer, but with full respect, because you know that no matter how much you care about getting this right, that person cares more. And if you believe that, then that's you almost feel indestructible. And I really recommend, if you find one of those people, that you do everything you can to nurture that relationship, because they will make you better. They will help you in those lull moments of self-doubt. You will pick each other up. You will drive each other high. You will celebrate each other's success. I mean, it's a marriage, right? You're gonna, I think it's great to do these things alone, but I would hazard to guess that most creatives that people think do it on their own will have people that are exactly that. And I'm surrounded by them. I'm the sum of so many brilliant colleagues, and through so many different departments, and above me too. You are only as good as, no matter how much your ego says that you're special, you are so the sum of so many parts. And the big part of being creative is being open to spotting where all these great people are and where they can help, and where you can help them is equally important. And then it's just fun. Then it stops being just a job. It becomes this like nurturing, giving birth to these things that you're sharing. You're raising this creative child together, and then you all get to the end of it and you're all proud of it. And of course, we all have individual things, and that's important. I have my music, I write my songs, and that's very much me, and I'm very happy with that for myself.